Greetings, Platinum Universe. This is our final recap, sniff, for our Platinum Universe after the fifth and final decision. Training wheels are off. I'm not going to do, there's no sixth decision, so I'm not going to do a lot of analysis of what happened or what could happen or what we might change. This is mainly just to give you the graphics for your final presentations, paper, value assignment. The ending kind of this course is how would you apply all the strategy you've learned to your personal lives and your careers? Along those lines, I have offered a recommendation letter to anyone who wants one. You've done a great job on the sim. Everyone's had great team meetings and got to know each other. And as I promised at the beginning, you really have a different experience with this. And most everyone has texted and said, yeah, we have. It's been pretty amazing because of the complexity of this. And without any further comments, here is the recap by just showing a whole bunch of graphics that you now come to know and love for each team and in general. Just a couple words for each one. Sharing screen now. We begin with the rankings. Blue maintained their first place. The shift with yellow second and red last remained. The differences are in the numbers that show the best of the six indicators. If they were all one, the number would be 6 for a perfect score. So blue is on top because of share value, employee morale, accumulated retained earnings, and gross return on capital employed. Number 2 was taken over by red in sales revenue. Number 1 by yellow. So the major financial indicators are, of course, sales revenue, gross, ARE, and share value. So if you look at those, red did quite well, as did yellow in revenue, and ROCE for yellow as 1 and 2. But of course, blue blew off the doors on all of them, hence the final standings, which we'll remember and understand when we look at the numbers. And here they are. Take a shot of it and see what happened. Both top line revenues, earnings, and Rose, which is one of my favorites when it turns positive, as blue did. ARE is very rarely positive because this is a turnaround. And it's important to look at cost of non-quality, and it's important to look at the amount spent on that as well. And we can see who kind of got burned. Red got burned in 2 places here. In both family and eco. And you'll see what happened in both. Yellow backed off in some of their losses here, was almost positive here, and red did great again in image. Blue was consistently positive in everything, which tells a story. On to our favorite, lost orders over inventory. In low cost, we'll see that blue consistently built a lot more inventory rather than staying along the 0 line and trended up. Red and yellow both peaked in decision 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then dropped not to 0, but selling off a lot of inventory, getting towards 0. So you saw the little crossover here with red and yellow, but it's still a good trend for both of them and not such a good trend in low cost for blue. But then you look at family and your 0 line is down here, and you can see that yellow did very, very well in terms of correcting an initial really high build of inventory, then plunging into a sine curve of lost orders and finally ending up moving towards the 0 point as close as anyone. Blue again started to level up but didn't come close in family, and red didn't get there in family but was working in the right direction at the end. Eco now, where red really got killed and yellow did a little better from the buildup of inventory, but shot past zero a bit. And blue started to build a little bit of inventory. That always happens on the fifth decision. But red really got killed here in terms of lost orders, having a huge amount of orders and not the production capacity to fill them. So this was a lot of wasted marketing money in eco-friendly because they couldn't deliver the orders, which really killed them in their standings. Otherwise, they would have been number two. There's a hint at what you attempted and honestly what happened for your final papers. Image is really interesting because everybody is really close to zero. So everybody did really well towards the end in matching their production to their inventory and their deliveries. And of course, image, when you do it right, when you see the white lines, image is very rewarding, which we can say here now the decisions are over. It's a very rewarding line when you do it right, even when gas prices go up. And it's also the best in terms of balancing supply and demand for all three teams. Congratulations. You've got it very right. These are red teams, white lines under the value proposition in low cost and in family. Watch whether you're below or above the white line and how closely you're following it. Eco-friendly and image. It's like, wow, look at that image line. Have you ever seen anything so beautiful? Tiny little difference here. And this probably hurt. Quick look at Red's budget, just a snapshot to help you remember what you did. This is not competitive anymore. You're talking about your own company in the final paper. Blue team in low cost. Blue team in family. Blue team in eco-friendly. Wow. And wow, blue team in image. Great job. Yellow team in low cost. It's been a bit of a struggle. Another bit of a struggle in family, but not bad. Eco-friendly, concentrating a lot on this end piece here. And yellow, finally, an image. Looking at how we ended up here. Look at your orders. Sales, low cost. Sales, family. Sales, eco-friendly. Sales, image. What drove orders? Low cost. What drove orders? Family. What drove orders? An eco. What drove orders? An image. What drove low cost? In unit cost, in low cost. What drove unit cost in family? What drove unit cost in eco-friendly? And what drove unit cost in image? What are the cost factors of all the cost factors in low cost line, especially facility capacity? This is showing supply and demand side as far as cost goes. Family, look at the capacity. Check out the capacity of family. Check out the capacity compared to effective engineering. And facility, and eco. Image, check out. Not only effective engineering and unit cost, but check out capacity here. Watch yellow on every one of those. We've seen our HEBA chart, cost, family, eco, image, and finally, my favorite, Rose and low cost. Here's your zero line. Family, eco, and image. Go back to eco again. Look at red in eco. Look at this history in terms of breaking into positive rose. That's a real telltale in eco as well as family or red. That's a hint. Thank you so much for being one of the absolute best universes I've ever gotten to work with. And we'll see you back in Halo. So long.